welcome back to the Go Text channel. Now, recently I made an NBA video where I was talking about 2009 LeBron James, and also I have a series on this channel where I looked for the best LeBron James, broke it down, and said my thoughts in the video. So, in this video, I'm going to be ranking every year of LeBron James. Now, before we get to the ranking how we do it, I'm going to talk about how I'm going to rank every year. Accolades, your stats, your competition, and who you played against. Those four things are going to go into me ranking each year of LeBron James. Now, shout out to B-Souls for this video idea, because B-Souls is a OG NBA YouTuber. He is one of my inspirations for this channel. I've said that plenty of times. He did this ranking series, and it's been a long time since I watched his video. And also, LeBron James has added some years onto that. So this right here, this LeBron James right here, is last year's LeBron James. This whole list I made, the whole list I didn't make, but this one I put there myself for the last year LeBron James. So let's start with 2004 LeBron James. So LeBron James drafted 2004 to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who had a 17-win record, and he was drafted first overall coming out of high school. So LeBron James this year obviously won Rookie of the Year. The Cleveland Cavaliers finished with a 35-47 record. The team is not good enough to even try to even compete to make the playoffs. LeBron James this season averaged 20.9 points. He went up to 21. He had 5.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, he went up to 6, 1.6 steals on 41, 29, 75 splits. Now, LeBron this year obviously had clear issues, as obviously LeBron James wasn't that good of a shooter, wasn't that good of a shot creator, but he was so athletic and dominant at the rim that it was just great. This isn't a all-time great rookie season, but this is a good year for LeBron James, especially as a rookie. So we're gonna put LeBron James, we're gonna put 2004 in B tier. Next up, we have 2005. In 2005, LeBron James was a All-Star for the first time. This is his first year being an All-Star. LeBron James also finished 6th MVP voting and was on the All-NBA second team. So LeBron James this year averaged 27.2 points, 7.2 assists, 7.4 rebounds, 2.2 steals on 47, 35, 75 splits. Now, LeBron James this year was actually not able to make the playoffs as they finished with a 42-40 record, but as you can tell by the stats, this was a coming out party for LeBron James. LeBron James averaged 27.2 points and was showing the case that he will be the Cleveland Cavaliers' future going forward. Now, in terms of accolades, he didn't really do that as much, as obviously his team's not good, but averaging 27.2 points, especially in your second year, showcase that you are here to stay. He was here to stay. So in that terms, I'm gonna give LeBron James a high B tier season. When I get to the A tier season, I'm going to explain why it's not an A tier season. But LeBron James was so dominant offensively that it's better than his rookie season, obviously, but it just was enough. So next, let's go to the 2006 NBA season, LeBron James' junior year. LeBron James this year was again All-Star, was second MVP voting, and was on the All-NBA first team. So LeBron James to the Cleveland Cavaliers, they finished with a record of 50-32, and was actually able to make his first playoff series where he beat the Washington Wizards, but they lost in the semifinals of Detroit Pistons. Now, LeBron James, again, still being dominant, averaging 31.4 points, 7.6 rebounds, 6.6 assists, 1.6 steals on 48, 33, 73 splits. Now, again, LeBron James still playing excellent. So when we're ranking these seasons, I have to make some exceptions to this. Now, LeBron James, obviously this season is better than last season. He's averaging 31.4 points, but he's still dominating when it comes to his athletic and on offensive field. LeBron James this season showcased his playmaking as well, and was able to get some rebounds, and also led this team to the playoffs and have a 50-win record. So for that, I'm gonna give this season an A tier. LeBron James is an A tier, second MVP voting All-Star nod. Next, we have 2007 NBA season. And LeBron James in 2007, as we know, was an All-Star, was also on the All-NBA second team, and was also able to lead this Cleveland Cavaliers team to the NBA Finals. Now, yes, they got swept by the San Antonio Spurs. Still, that is an excellent season for LeBron James. LeBron James this season in totality averaged 27.3 points, 6.7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1.6 steals on 47, 31, 69 splits. Now, again, LeBron James was dominant this season. For you to be able to lead this Cleveland Cavaliers roster, and as we all know, this team is not that good. Zeus Ilgauskas, Larry Hughes, Drew Gooden, Daniel Boobie Gibson, Shannon Brown. To lead this team to San Antonio Spurs, even though, yes, the conference wasn't that dominant, but for you to lead this team to the finals, averaging that amount of points, being an all-star, only be a second team, that warrants a A tier. I think it's an A tier. I think 2016 is actually better. Editing over down here, I don't know why I said that 2006 is the best 2007 when I literally said at the beginning of the video that accolades, how far you got, make you higher. 2007 LeBron James is better 2006. I don't know why I said that. Back to the video. But 2007, I'm gonna give an A tier. Next up, we have the 2009 NBA season. LeBron James in 2009 again was dominant as always, but also LeBron James this season was able to add a little defensive bag to him. It's gonna be more. We're gonna get more to that defensive prowess next season, as I made a video on it. But LeBron James this season was an all-star, made the All-NBA first team again, was an MVP, made the playoffs again, but lost the semifinals against the Boston Celtics the year they won the NBA Finals, and they finished a record of 45-37. LeBron James this season averaged 30 points, 7.9 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 1.8 steals, 1.1 blocks on 48, 31, 71 splits. Now, again, for LeBron James, I'm gonna give this season a B tier, but I'm gonna have it above 2004. Now, when it comes to season, I think that LeBron James hindered this team a lot, especially when going against the Boston Celtics. I think LeBron James was still a dominant season. Obviously, he averaged 30 points and he led this team to the playoffs, especially with the team he had. But I just feel like it was a step down from his previous season. I feel like LeBron James this season capitalized on the fact that he was going in a weak Eastern Conference, and when he faced against the team he had to go against, he failed in the semifinals. So I'm gonna give 2008 NBA season a B tier. Now, next up, we have the 2009 NBA season, which I have talked about in retrospect before. LeBron James won MVP this year, was second place in Defensive Player of the Year voting, as I said it before. LeBron James took a leap defensively. He was an all-star, he was All-NBA first team, and he won the MVP. For this year, I'm going to give 2009 the top of A tier. Now, when I talk about 2009, I always say that I think 2009 is one of the underrated years of LeBron James. LeBron James this year dominated the playoffs. They finished a record of 66-16. The first two rounds he swept, and then against the Orlando Magic. Now, against Orlando Magic, I didn't address it in my LeBron video, but against Orlando Magic, LeBron James failed to win that series because of his inconsistencies. LeBron James, yes, has inconsistencies, which is why some of these years I fell down, but LeBron James this year took a lead defensively and was the second place defensive year voting. If Dwight Howard did have such a good year defensively, LeBron James was a better shot creator, a better decision maker, and was also one of the most athletic players I've seen this year. LeBron James this year is A tier strictly because of his play in the playoffs against Dwight Howard in the Orlando Magic. He was obviously selling. They had leads in that series, and LeBron James was selling with turnovers, not being consistent with his shooting, and things like that. That's the only reason why this year is an S tier. But right now, 2009 is the best year of LeBron James. Next we're going to 2010, and the 2010 LeBron James again was dominant. LeBron James this year won a back-to-back MVP, was again in Defensive Player of the Year running, as he was fourth in Defensive Player of the Year. He was an All-Star and on the All-NBA first team. This really solidified as LeBron James just being LeBron James. They finished record of 61-21. They beat the Chicago Bulls in the first round, but the second round they lost to the Boston Celtics again. Now, when it comes to LeBron James, this season is an A tier. LeBron James really didn't do anything bad this season, as LeBron James still had those inconsistencies when it comes to shooting, but was still playing well. LeBron James this year averaged 29.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, 8.6 assists, 1.6 steals, 1 block, 50% from the field on 33% from the three-point range and 76%. Now, again, LeBron James still had those hindrances when it comes to him shooting, as LeBron James will become a better shot creator when it comes to the mid-range area. But besides that, his team just wasn't good enough. And obviously that would transition because in the 2011 NBA season, he will go to Miami Heat. This season, the A2 for me, I felt like LeBron James winning MVP, still playing great defensively, learning more how to shot create, being better decision maker. I think he played exceptional this season. It just came at the fact that his team just wasn't good enough to compete with the Boston Celtics. Next up, we got 2011. Now, 2011 is going to be a 50-50 season. First, let's go and let's talk about... Now, 2011 is going to be a 50-50 season for me. I'm going to get into that. But now that but in this season, LeBron James is out the trenches to the Miami Heat. And he signed to become a big three with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and himself. So, LeBron James this season averaged 26.7 points, 7.5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.6 steals on 51, 33, 75 splits. LeBron James was 30 MP voting, defensive player of the year. He was still in the running. He was an all-star and was on the All-NBA first team. Now, when it comes to this year, like I said, I'm going to take into account who he went against and also how he played. Now, LeBron James this season with the Miami Heat, they finished with a 58-24 record. They dominated the playoffs until this Dallas Mavericks series. Now, when it comes to regular season, LeBron James had an A, B tier season. LeBron James played exceptional in the regular season. But when it comes to the playoffs and the NBA Finals at the highest stage, LeBron James didn't play well. And he didn't play well. I have a video talking about this when I'm talking about his Miami Heat season. And LeBron James actively sold this year. So this year, I'm going to make it a low A tier. I think LeBron James would still had an A tier season, but when it comes to playing in the playoffs, he actively sold, and people was skeptical of having him even in this superstar type factor. LeBron James has the regular season awards, but he wasn't producing when it comes to the NBA Finals. Next year, we have one of LeBron James's best year, and it's going in S tier. I'm sorry. This year, 2012, I don't gotta say, it's going in S tier. LeBron James this year won MVP and was dominating. And next year, he even dominated more, which is insane to say. But anyway, let's go. LeBron James this season averaged 27.1 points, 7.9 rebounds, 6.2 assists, 1.9 steals on 53, 36, 77 splits. LeBron James was MVP, top 5 defensive player of the year voting, all-star, and all-NBA first team. Also, when it comes to the Miami Heat roster, they end up winning the NBA championship. The Miami Heat just dominated, where in the Boston Celtics series, I want people to watch this series. Against the Boston Celtics, Game 6, LeBron James came back and proved the doubters wrong and won this series. And then when it gets Oklahoma City Thunder, and they end up destroying the Thunder and win that series, only allowing one game. And LeBron James won his first ring, which is up there for me. You have accolades. You won an MVP. You dominated the regular season. You dominated the playoffs. That's next tier. Now we have 2013, which is LeBron James' best season in my opinion. LeBron James, even the year before, was still dominant. LeBron James won an MVP. In my opinion, should have been Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think Marc Gasol was a better defensive player than LeBron James this season. LeBron James was an all-star. LeBron James was on the All-NBA first team again. LeBron James this season averaged 26.8 points, 7.3 assists, 8 rebounds on 40% from the three-point range on 75 splits. LeBron James this season was just overall just dominating. LeBron James be able to shoot efficiently from the three-point range on 40%. LeBron James be able to dominate defensively, and also LeBron James be able to play great in the playoffs as well, because this year they basically swept the whole year. The only year that he had a tough challenge was against the Indiana Pacers in the East Conference Finals and against the San Antonio Spurs. But as we all know, LeBron James in Game 6 played exceptional and was able to lead that comeback to allow Ray Allen to shoot that three-pointer shot. And also against the Pacers series, he played good as well. LeBron James 2013 is the best season of LeBron James. Now, let's go to 2014. LeBron James 2014, this is the year before he's about to go to Cleveland. LeBron James this year was second MVP voting. He was an all-star, obviously, and was on the All-NBA first team. Now, when it comes to this Miami Heat team, this Miami Heat team was obviously regressing. This year they ended up making NBA Finals, but they lost their 5 games to San Antonio Spurs. They swept the Bobcats, swept the Nets, and beat the Pacers 6 games. But when it came to the Spurs, they were just better than them because they had a better chemistry, and also the Heat was just digressing. So LeBron this year averaged 27.1 points, 6.9 rebounds, 6.3 assists on 56, 37, 75 splits. And LeBron James still played excellent this season, don't get it twisted. But when we're comparing it to 2013, 2012, I think it's obviously better than 2011. I think it's obviously better than 2007. So I'm gonna put it right in front of 2010. Actually, I'm gonna put it behind 2009. I think that LeBron James played exceptional season. I think the only problem was going into the playoffs was the fact his team was digressing, and also LeBron just had to do more, and that showcased as he left the Miami Heat and went to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2015 NBA season. So now let's talk about LeBron James in the Cleveland Cavalier uniform. So LeBron James 2015 was back in Cleveland as he wanted to come back home, and he showcased why. LeBron James was third in MVP voting, top 15 in Defensive Player of the Year, was an All-Star, only be a first team. At this point, I'm gonna say the last two. LeBron James averaged 25.3 points, 6 rebounds, 7.4 assists, 1.6 steals on a 48, 35, 71 splits. Now, LeBron James this season was able to lead this team back to the NBA Finals as they swept the Celtics 4-2 against the Bulls and swept the Hawks as LeBron pretty much dominated the Eastern Conference again coming back. He came back on his team against Kyrie Irving, but unfortunately his helping mates Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving was injured. And that coming into play, unfortunately, LeBron James was still dominant this season, as LeBron James was still dominant in the NBA Finals and was still able to lead this team the farthest he could come. People like to argue that LeBron James this year should have won Finals MVP, over Andre Iguodala. So for that, I'm gonna break this season the second part of A tier. I still think 2009 he played better. In 2016, automatic S tier. I don't think it's better in 2012 or 2013, but 2016 automatic S tier. When it comes to 2016, we would have to talk about it. 3-1 comeback, but we'll talk about regular season. LeBron James' regular season average was a third in MVP voting, was top 12 in Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star, all-NBA first team, obviously. LeBron James averaged 25.3 points, 7.4 rebounds, 6.8 assists, 1.4 steals, and averaged 52, 30, and 73 splits. Now, LeBron James this season was dominant. He swept the Pistons, the Hawks, 4-2 against Toronto Raptors, that trash team, and then came back 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors. Now, I know there's gonna be something that is gonna be talked about how I use it in competition. The thing about the season is that, yes, I think Eastern Conference was obviously weaker than the Western Conference, but going against that dominant powerhouse of the Golden State Warriors, a team that had the best record in the NBA of all time, actually, and for you to come back 3-1 on that team and play in dominant faction, I think that's one of an A tier. I think that's one of an S tier, even without you playing in the Eastern Conference. I mean, even with the Eastern Conference being not as good as the Western Conference. Just that season is an S tier. So, moving on to 2017, this is the year that LeBron James, not year that Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors, and it was pretty much up from then. The Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron was able to make it back to the NBA Finals, which is after himself. He pretty much dominated the Eastern Conference, even though the Eastern Conference isn't that strong. He pretty much dominated them. LeBron James this season was 4th MVP voting, obviously. Top 5 Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star, All-NBA first team. He averaged 26.4 points, 8.6 rebounds, 8.7 assists, 1.2 steals on 54, 36, 67 splits. Now, LeBron James this season just had a LeBron James. He's obviously going to dominate, and he's going to do what he got to do. Teammate Kyrie Irving was slightly getting frustrated with the team, and you will see that next season when I talk about 2018, and a lot of people would have set my ranking of that season, but it is what it is. LeBron James still dominated the Eastern Conference. LeBron James still made the NBA Finals again, even though it was against a better Golden State Warriors team, and he actually played good and tackled a game off of them. So for that, I'm going to rank this season a low A tier. I think it's better than 2011. I think it's better than 2007, but just LeBron James this year had a LeBron James season. Unfortunately, his team just wasn't that good enough, and also LeBron James went against the weak Eastern Conference and it took one game off the dominant Golden State Warriors team. Now, let's get into one of my most controversial takes that I'm gonna have in this video. 2018 LeBron James. Now, this year LeBron James was 2nd MVP voting, was an All-Star, was All-NBA first team. LeBron James, as you know, this year completely dominated as he played all 82 games. LeBron James averaged 27.4 points, 8.6 rebounds, 9.1 assists. LeBron James averaged he had 54, 36, 73 splits. LeBron James completely dominated the Eastern Conference, as against the Pacers it was a 4-3 series, yes, in terms of the team, because LeBron James didn't have a good team, 2018 Cleveland Cavaliers, but LeBron James was dominating against the Pacers. Against the Raptors, we don't gotta talk about that. Against the Boston Celtics, yes, it went to 7 games, but LeBron James completely dominated Game 6 and Game 7. And against the Golden State Warriors, in Game 1, he dropped 51 points. Now, when it comes to this season, I'm sorry, but this season is a lone A tier. I'm gonna put it behind the 2014 NBA season. Now, editing Golden Takes back again. And when I made that 2018 take, I realized that I think that 2018 LeBron is kind of up here now, but I still think 2009 is better than 2018 LeBron. Now, I want to clarify one thing before I move on. In terms of a totality of a LeBron James season, the reason why 2016 is above 2009 is because of how LeBron James played in that season in terms of the playoffs and was able to come back 3-1. In terms of LeBron James in a skill set, I think 2009 is better than 2016, but in terms of the whole totality of the NBA season, 2016 is better than 2009. Now, here is the list before we move on. For the rest of this list is not going to have 2018 in this spot, but trust me, this is where I would have 2018 LeBron James in the 2009 spot. Now, reason why is one, accolades. LeBron James 2009 won the MVP. LeBron James 2014 made it to the NBA Finals, especially with that team, and dominated with a better competition. LeBron James 2009 took a significant defensive leap and was a better athleticism when it comes to 2018 LeBron James. The reason why I have so much slack on 2018 LeBron James is because, yes, LeBron James was dominant. I'm not describing that. But he went against a weaker Eastern Conference team. Now, I want to talk about this in depth more. I made a YouTube video talking about why 2018 LeBron James is overrated. You should watch that video because I go in depth with every series and every single main star on that team and why that team is significantly overrated. 2018 LeBron James, yes, he played against a dominant team. He dropped 51 points in Game 1 against the Golden State Warriors. Yes, I understand that. That's why he's an A tier. That's why he's above many of his seasons. But it's not an S tier because in 2013, 2011, in 2013, 2012, LeBron James was significantly better defensively, where he was arguably Defensive Player of the Year both of those years. Also, LeBron James dominated against tough conference in the East and also dominated in the NBA Finals. When it comes to 2016, LeBron James came back 3-1 against a dominant Golden State Warriors team, also was dominant in the regular season and helped this team out. I just think that 2018 LeBron James is very overrated. I don't think it's better than 2009, I don't think it's better than 2014, and I don't think it's better than 2015, in my opinion. Now, we're moving on to 2019. This is the first year LeBron James went with the Los Angeles Lakers, and I'm gonna make this season automatically a D tier. LeBron James, I'm making a C tier actually, because LeBron James was actually dominant this season when he could play. LeBron James played 55 games. He averaged 27.4 points, 8.5 rebounds, 8.3 assists. He dropped on 51, 33, 66 splits. The thing about this season is that LeBron James, they finished with a 37-45 record, and people thought LeBron James was able to roll this team to the playoffs, but unfortunately LeBron James got injured this season, and it pretty much hindered his year. Now, when it comes to 2020, the bubble LeBron James, this is S tier LeBron James season, I'm sorry, but LeBron James this season averaged 25.3 points, was second in MVP voting, was an all-star, and was on All-NBA first team. LeBron James averaged his most 4 assists as he averaged 10.2. He averaged 7.5 rebounds on 49, 34, 69 splits. LeBron James in this season was able to will this team to the NBA Finals and beat the Miami Heat in 6 games. Also, every other series they played, he pretty much dominated 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. LeBron James, people was arguing was the MVP over Giannis, even though I don't think that's true. But this is the excuse for LeBron James. LeBron James against competition played amazing. I don't think it's better 2016, 2012, or 2013. But LeBron James this season played against tough competition. Every single person that was in the bubble had an opportunity to come back and play like LeBron James did. He dominated, was the Finals MVP, won another NBA championship this season in S tier. Now move on to 2021. This year where LeBron started regress a little bit. Also, LeBron James was injured as he only played 45 games. LeBron James was injured as he only played 45 games. And in him playing 45 games, he still was all-star on All-NBA second team. But it just wasn't enough, as LeBron James in the first round lost to the Phoenix Suns. And people arguably said this is one of the Like this is a team that had high expectations and just didn't get enough. This season's a B tier. I think it's below his rookie year. Actually, I'll put it above his rookie year. I just think LeBron James this season was very injury riddled as 45 games, and also just in the season he played, it just wasn't good enough. We have 2022. When it comes to season, LeBron James actually was playing center, which is funny to say. LeBron James was an all-star, was on the All-NBA third team. This year, they actually didn't make the playoffs this year. This is the year where they didn't make the playoffs, and they didn't even make the play-in. LeBron James averaged 30 points, 8.2 rebounds, 6.2 assists, as LeBron James, again, was very injury, as he only played 56 games. This year, they had Russell Westbrook. This year, for LeBron James, I'm going to put at a B tier. I just don't think that LeBron James was playing exceptional this season to warrant a season higher than B. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Next year we have the 2022-2023 season. Next up we have the 2022-2023 NBA season. This is the year where LeBron James was an all-star on the All-NBA third team, and I think that's the year where he broke Kareem's record. This is the year where LeBron James broke Kareem's record, which is obviously an accolade of itself. This is the 2023 season. This is the 2023 season, by the way. This is the year LeBron James broke Kareem's record. But the problem with that is that even with that, they finished with a 43-39 record. LeBron James played well in the playoffs as he won the first two rounds, but unfortunately got swept by the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. So LeBron James this season averaged 28.9 points, 8.3 rebounds, 6.8 assists on the 50, 32, 76 splits. Now, LeBron James this season played good, but obviously you can tell LeBron James was regressing. Now, I'm going to put this year above 2004, as I think LeBron James showcased the accolades. LeBron James broke Kareem's record. He was still a great scorer, was still an all-star, was still on the All-NBA third team, was still able to be the best player on this team with Anthony Davis leading the helm. He was still able to make the Western Conference Finals to Denver Nuggets, but you can obviously tell that LeBron was regressing. Now, we're back to last season. LeBron James last season averaged 25.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, 8.3 assists, 1.3 steals on 54, 41, 75 splits. Now, LeBron James this season was still an all-star, obviously, was on the All-NBA third team, but you can tell that LeBron was definitely regressing. Last season, they only finished 8th in the Western Conference with a 47-35 record. Not everything was due to LeBron James, as Darvin Ham is not a good coach, and they had D'Angelo Russell. And also, in the first round, they lost to the Denver Nuggets in a 5-game series. LeBron James this season is obviously regressing. I think he was still playing better than his 2021-2022 season, but I'm going to put it behind his rookie year. Now, I'm going to make sure that I have all these years correct, but I think I'm pretty confident in these years. LeBron James' worst year is the 2019 NBA season, which is obviously not his fault, as obviously LeBron James was injured with the season. LeBron James' best season, in my opinion, is the 2013 NBA season. I think right behind is 2012, right behind is 2016, right behind is 2020. I think 2009 is his best season in terms of A tier. I can hear an argument for 2014. I can hear an argument for 2015. I want to move this one actually. I can hear an argument for these two, but 2018, I just can't. I just don't think that it was better than 2009. I just can't. 2006, followed by 2010, followed by 2017, followed by 2007, followed by 2011. In B2, we have 2005, 2008, his 2023 regular season, his 2004, 2024 last season, 2021, and 2002. This is my ranking of LeBron James. In the video, I have 2004, obviously in the middle of these seasons. I just wasn't comfortable that we're ending this video, so I'll make 2004 obviously C tier, and this is my final ranking of these years. James, I don't know how long this video is going to be, so we'll see, but I appreciate all of you for watching. If you want to see another ranking video, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more ranking videos, leave down in the comments. If you don't like my rankings, it is what it is. It's my ranking and it's how I feel about it. This is the first start in this new series that I want to do. I'm going to start ranking MVPs, Stephen Curry, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, whoever player you think I should rank, go ahead and rank him for. Thank you for watching this video, and yeah, that's Golden Takes.